Hello, Mattel. Yes, Thomas, what do you need? I'm here to tell you a story that happened to me about this morning, about today. What happened? I've experienced something that hasn't occurred in a long time until today when I brought it back. You see, this was how it began. It started at 6 a.m. in the morning when I woke up. I was about to make a left when I realized there was a piece of cheese on the ground. I didn't know who dropped it there, but it looked like it was abandoned. I then grabbed it so I could throw it away, but little did I know, somebody was watching me. Thomas has the cheese touch! And sooner or later, the entire island of Sodor started screaming. I don't know why, but everyone started running away. I thought they were screaming because coronavirus was back. I tried asking Sir Chopper what was happening, but he ran away. He put up a pretty good chase. A chase that was fast enough for me to lose him. And so he fled into James's shed. Everybody started running away from me. I didn't know what was happening. Rosie ran backwards down the line. When I was gonna ask her what was going on. Luke ran away from me when I was gonna ask him if he knew where Victor was so he could take away this cheese touch. Even my best friend Percy ran away a couple tracks more or far away from me. I don't know why, but it seemed like everybody was scared of me, all because I have this so-called cheese touch. Until one day, when Spencer came to visit Sodor from the mainland. He had no idea why the entire island was empty until I decided to make a surprise attack. That's when I realized the only way to get rid of the cheese touch was to pass it on to someone else. No! What just happened? Everybody run away! Spencer has the cheese touch now! I was relieved. I thought I saved the day. But little did I know, I created a massacre for the entire world. At least that's what I heard from many people saying. Massacre, whatever that means. I was willing to run away from the cheese touch. The cheese touch was turning everyone against each other. Boyfriend betrayed his best friend Pico. Donovan betrayed his sister Paula. The Rainbow friends panicked even more when Red gave Blue the cheese touch. Kissy touch hugging. Sonic gave it to Tails. Funtime Foxy was able to take Funtime Freddy by surprise. No, I don't want the cheese touch. Well, you got it, no. And again, no. Bluey took Bingo without her even know. Peppy even ran for her life when she realized one of her friends had the cheese touch. Until the cheese touch returned to Soda. See, Percy and I were watching The Annoying Orange. We were fans of that guy. He may be annoying in person if we ever saw him, but on video, it's just hilarious. Until James rolled by and tackled me. James, what was that for? Yeah. Why'd you do that? Duh. To give Thomas the cheese touch. You what? Oh, Jesus! Percy escaped before I could understand what just happened to me. And James just fled. I was back to square one. The cheese touch has returned to me. What's even worse, James touched me where I first touched the cheese. My wheel. I had no idea what to do. I can't bring the world into a massacre again. Because then, I'll just keep getting the cheese touch over and over and over. That's when I realized the one thing I could have done when I first got the cheese touch. It was a risk, but I had. I went to a hidden part of Sodor with some tools. Pretty soon, I cut off one of my wheels and burned it down. You can kind of imagine there's a fire there. I did what I had to do was right. Now, the cheese touch was no more. Once again, no one had the cheese touch. The world was now cheese touch free. I saved everybody. The cheese touch is gone. Soon, I went back to where the cheese was. And then I burned it. The cheese touch won't live until it never. You gotta be careful, guys. If there's any cheese on the ground you find, do not touch it. And since this is December, Merry Christmas. Hey Mattel, I'm leaving. Alright, Thomas. Thanks for the story. Hey, sir, I just realized, where are the colors in this thing? You forgot to add the color chip in your camera. What?